Calling 2022 CR 7826B, State of Texas versus Starlyn Rodriguez. Could our parties announce for the court?
State, Your Honor.
Hector Groza Jr. for the defense.
Are you Starlyn Rodriguez? Do you understand you're charged with burglary of a building with intent to commit theft? It's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yeah.
Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on paragraph A. There's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's restitution, if any, to Michael McLaughlin. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes.
State?
Yes, Your
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. I'm sorry, 2 years. That there be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours community service, restitution, and no contact with Michael McLaughlin, and a drug education course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to paragraph A in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
At this time, the state introduces State's Exhibit number 1 and all of its attachments, Your Honor.
No objections from the defense.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right, do you?
I do.
Yes.
Only because, Judge, in this particular case, we said a few times as we were trying to get the restitution figure sorted out, there were some collateral issues that I felt would perhaps complicate the issue of restitution. There was a co-defendant that has already taken a plea, but yet despite many of my suggestions, my client really wanted to enter the plea bargain, allow for the restitution to be determined by probation, and she was fully prepared to pay whatever restitution there is, in spite of what may be contended by the victim, and in spite of what her co-defendant may or may not pay. Admirable that she took on and is willing to take on the full responsibility of that, despite my suggestion that we should probably get a more definitive number.
All right. So why are you taking things that don't belong to you?
It was hard times at the time.
Everybody has hard
Yeah.
time, but they don't
So-
steal.
It was a lesson learned though. Nice for doing it for the first time. It was something that I would never do again.
Are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work at Bill Miller's
All right, what do you serve at Bill Miller's?
barbecue.
Okay, should I try the barbecue?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Is it very good though?
Yes. It's
Okay.
very good.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, I have one.
How old?
He's 3.
Does he live with you?
He just with me and my mom.
All right, so mom is pulling some heavy lifting.
Yeah.
All right, if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And before you answer, you're going to get drug tested.
Okay, they're gonna be playing.
Okay, this is what the court is going to do. 2 years deferred adjudication, $1,500 fine probated, restitution if any, and no contact with Michael McLaughlin, and no contact with John Pettis, drug education course, 150 hours community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do with booster, 40 hours will be waived. Parenting classes, the remaining of the community service hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. If all works out, probation, then you can discontinue field visits. There's to be regular UAs. Probation, is there anything else she needs? All right, they didn't ask for a theft class, but here's the theft class. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. All right, we can go off the record. You have a son. You need to make sure that he is proud of you. He can't be proud of his mom if his mom is going around breaking into homes, okay? All right, good luck to you. Thank you. Yes. For the state,
Oh, Hank Wilkins for the state. Sorry, Judge.
that's okay. For the defense,
Surgery bar for Ms. Rodriguez.
and are you Starlyn Rodriguez?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Starlyn C. Rodriguez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 7826B for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on February 21st, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
On or about the 8th day of November, 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Starlyn C. Rodriguez, committed the offense of failure to identify in violation of condition number 1.
Then to the allegation read by the state, how do you plead? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, we waived the other violations alleged in the motion and the supplement.
Any objection?
No objections.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1,
Yes, Your Honor.
court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you deny the motion and continue the defendant on deferred adjudication and follow the recommendation of probation, which is to alter and amend for a 30-day jail sanction. The defendant is to find and verify employment within 90 days and residency within 90 days, bi-weekly reporting to probation and drug testing for the next 90 days, and then random drug testing thereafter with zero tolerance supervision regarding reporting to probation.
So is this is this what you're asking the court to follow?
We are, Your Honor, yes, ma'am.
All right, what has she done?
As far as on probation,
Yes.
I think she's paid some of her fees, but I don't think, I think short of that, she's still behind on that and as well as community service. Have you taken your classes yet?
Not yet. I was just starting to.
Oh, just 1 second. So if you're going to talk, you need to speak up because the court reporter has to take down what's being said.
Okay.
So just give me a moment. So defense, has she done anything?
Short of that, Judge, she has not completed her classes. I know that when this had occurred, I think she'd been on probation for something like 8 months, if memory serves correctly, on that, and maybe it was 6 months.
So I had did a
No.
parenting
So
class
here's the
when I
thing.
was on-
If you want to speak, you have
I'm
to be
sorry.
sworn in. So he's going to speak. And then if he wants you to answer questions, then he'll let me know he wants you to answer questions. We'll swear you in and it's one at a time.
Short of that, Judge, she did check in for a period of time. What ended up happening with her is she got she went to the hospital with a double kidney infection. I know that she had missed some months of reporting during that period of time. Likely she was aware that there was obviously some problem with probation as far as that goes, but she had not completed her classes or paid anything but the most minimal amounts on her fines during that period of time. I can continue, Your Honor, to talk about what her intentions are with that, but I just want to leave if the court has any questions.
All right. Probation, has she done anything?
Okay.
All right. Is there something you would like to say? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Starlyn Rodriguez.
All right, what have you done on probation?
Well, I it wasn't on with probation. When I was on house arrest prior, I did a parenting and drug class and I had sent her those certificates, but she said that they didn't qualify because they weren't through Bexar County.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to redo them as far as that goes.
So here's my question. And I want you to listen to my question
Yes, ma'am.
very carefully. What have you done on probation?
I was reporting regularly, doing my UAs, and I was making my payments.
All right, so if I call probation, are they going to say that you were reporting regularly and that you were during your EUAs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But it's important to, as I mentioned to the court, you need to explain what I just talked about with your kidney infection. You
Yes.
missed some months of reporting and you do admit that to the court.
Mhm. Yes, I had gotten a really bad double kidney infection. At the time, I didn't know it was a kidney infection and I thought I was just really sick. And it just got so bad. I was rushed to the hospital and there I ended up finding out I had a double kidney infection. I was in there for a while. And then.
What does that mean, in there for a while, and you need to slow down?
I was in there for about 2 weeks, and then even when I got out, they had me on medication, but I was still very sick.
So here's my question. Did you do your parenting classes while on probation?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Did you get employment while you were on probation?
I had employment, but she wanted the proof, I guess, and they wouldn't give me my paperwork because of considering where I worked at.
And where did you work?
I was working at Sugars, and they wouldn't give me any documents, so therefore that's where that came in. I had trouble giving her paperwork as far as that goes.
All right, at Sugars, I know they maybe give you tips, but do you get a W-2 form?
No, we get 1044.
All right, did you turn that in to
No, I
your
had,
probation officer?
no, ma'am.
Okay, why didn't you turn that into probation?
It's my first time doing, as far as, 1044s or something like that. Oh, say 1099s. So I don't know how.
Well, I mean, they have to give you the document. Did they not give you a 1099?
Give me no paperwork.
So how are they expecting you to file your taxes?
All I did when I went in there was, see, like I said, I don't know nothing about the 1099s. I just went in there, they signed up paperwork, they didn't give me nothing back, and that was it. I had asked them, as far as my probation goes, if I could have paperwork for that, and they still didn't want to give me any type of documentation, only that little tab, in and out card. That was it.
Any other questions?
Nothing from defense judge.
State any questions? Probation?
Ms. Rodriguez. She reported March, April, May, and May 25th was her last reporting date.
All right, so you've been missing for 7 months. You said you were in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been missing for 7 months. And I'll give you a full month of hospital. I'll give you full month, I'll give you 2 months for recovery. But then that means you're still missing for 5 months.
Yes, well, I had knew that I was pretty sure she had already gave me the warrant. I did call a bond company. They did say I had my warrant. I got scared. I wasn't ready to come back to jail. That's why I missed for those months.
Where are your children?
My mom has him.
And does she have legal custody of them or they're just staying there?
No, she has legal custody of him.
All right. Anything else from either side?
No.
All right, the court is going to find violation of condition number 1 true. Court will take in consideration 721103. Court will find you guilty. Court is going to revoke. Court is going to sentence you to 180 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. Let me see. There's to be no contact with John Pettis. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing from the judge.
All right, we can go off the record. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation anymore. All right? So whatever is going on in your life, you're going to have to depend on yourself to straighten that out. You're going to have to be better for your children because otherwise you're not 100% going to be in your children's life. I know your mother has legal custody of them, but sometimes I think parents, because I've represented moms before, they still want to have some sort of contact with their children. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to be a better person. And don't get out of the jail and then run to your mother's house and act like you're going to be in charge of your children because you haven't been and they're abiding by her rules. You understand?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And I can't force you not to have any more children, but what I can tell you is right now where you are in life, you shouldn't have a child until you get yourself together. Sometimes you have to work on yourself And I will tell you this, everybody, including your attorney, the prosecutor, before they got into a relationship or decided to have children, they had to work on themselves, because you don't want to go into a relationship or bring children into a relationship or anyone else in your life until you know who you are as a person and know what you wanted as a person. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.